Hey, we've got Jay today with me. Hi, Jay.
Hi, Conrad. How are you?
Yep, I'm doing great. So this will be a client interview with Jay. And if you could just, like to get started, if you could tell me a little bit more about what kind of business or businesses do you run?
Right. So essentially, I run two brands. One brand is called Oris, which is in the audio electronic space, and the other brand is called Ganshit, which is in the arts and crafts space. Yeah, so run two brands. Oris was something that I founded around 8 years ago, and Ganshit is a brand that I acquired 2 years ago.
Okay. And in terms of, like your situation before when you started working with us, what was it like for actually both of brands? Because, we manage both right now, but yeah, like what was it like before in terms of email and overall growth?
Right. So let me start by talking about Oris. I believe we started working somewhere in October of 2022. So it's been more than 2 years now that we've been working together. And before working with you, we were not doing any kind of email marketing. Neither were we capturing any emails on our website. Uh, and we were just doing a little bit of campaign emails, which were being designed by us, which were essentially to announce sales and stuff like that. And obviously, we knew the value of email marketing, but we had not found the right person to execute it for us. And then we met, we connected, and I really liked your approach towards work. And you started setting up the flows and everything. I believe sometime in November, we had all the flows live. And the effect that we saw, especially for Oris, was like in 2023, the brand grew by 30%, and a significant portion of that growth came from email marketing.
Okay, yeah, that's great. And then why did you choose, like to work with us as like, for example, to opposed to other alternatives, like, maybe hiring in-house team or maybe doing it yourself?
Right. So in-house, obviously, we didn't have the capability, and it would have taken a long time to, get the right talent and build that capability. So um, I I don't know why I connected with you, but I believe that it was just your approach towards work. At that time, you were a solopreneur, I believe, and you were doing everything on your own. You had a designer, and it was a very hands-on approach, and you felt very approachable. And obviously, uh, the price that we were willing to pay at that point of time also was comfortable, and that's why we chose to work with you. We did interview a couple of other agencies as well, but then we decided to work with you because I honestly connected with you as, like, somebody I thought I could count on as a team member rather than a agency.
That's great to hear. And I'm glad you're
Yeah.
feeling that way. And then, you mentioned mainly Oris, but what was it like for Ganshit? Like, why did you decide to, start working with us as, I believe previously there was someone else managing it. So yeah, like, what was the
Right.
decision?
So when we acquired Ganshit, they were also not doing any email marketing. And after acquiring, we actually went with another agency instead of working with you, because we felt that they were more professional, and Ganshit was a much larger brand than Oris. They ran email for 2 months, but honestly, I wasn't satisfied with the deliverables in terms of the timelines and in terms of the design, and just overall knowledge of Klaviyo as a platform. And at that point, I decided to kind of switch it over to you guys. And yeah, it's been great since then.
Okay. And in terms of, like a quantifiable result, do you have maybe like a number of like, how much we made you with email, like for both of brands or for either one of them?
Like I said, I don't have like a specific number, but for Oris, we in 2023 we grew by 30%, and I would say that a major of that came from email marketing. For Ganshit, it's a little difficult to quantify because we uh, because there's a lot of cross attribution with Klaviyo, and overall, sales have uh, gone down for Ganshit because of other external factors. But basically, the campaigns do pretty well for Ganship.
Okay. And how long did it take you to see the results, like for both brands, to see that actually email is, doing fairly decent?
I think it was pretty immediate once we started the flows and we started doing campaigns on a regular cadence versus doing campaigns just not on a regular cadence. The results were pretty immediate.
Right. And in terms of the communication, like, are we good communicators? Would you say that, our communication with you was good, or maybe it wasn't that well?
No, the communication was pretty good. In fact, I felt that, you were more of a team member who's trying to get things done. Even if I was slow to respond, you would not give up and, make sure that things were done. So yeah, that was great.
Yeah, sometimes we feel a little bit bad about harassing you too much, but I hope it's not the problem.
Yeah, right. No, no, no. It's great to have somebody who's like, works as if it's their own brand.
Yeah, this is exactly like how we're trying to approach this, so when you grow, we can grow with you. And it's like a
Right.
win-win for both of us. And
Yeah.
then just like one last question, not to keep you for so long, but what would you say to other people who are thinking about hiring us and partnering up with us?
I would 100% recommend working with you and your team. You've also grown significantly since we started working. You've built a good team of people, designers, copywriters, and your response time. And the best part is why I recommend anyone to work with you and your team is that you guys don't ever say no. Like even if I come to you last minute with a campaign idea or something of that sort, you guys never say no. And it gets executed without any excuses, which is phenomenal, right? Because most agencies they would say, "Oh, we need 48 hours" or that sort of thing. And you all have a pretty good understanding of email. And now, obviously, you all have built the capability with SMS as well, which is a growing channel for us.
Yeah, I mean, that's great to hear. And yeah, like this will stay our standard to execute things quickly. Whatever, when we're team member, I tell them like if a client has a request, we need to complete it 24 hours maximum. And yeah, we'll just keep
Right.
trying what we're doing right now. So yeah, I mean, that was great. Thank you so much. And yeah, it was just, great talking to you.
Yeah. Thank you. No, and all the best.